episode. Hi everyone, this is Syrian Girl, and this video is going to break down the Law and Order SVU episode, Intimidation game, which whitewashed GamerGate and trashed gamers. The fact that SJWs have enough pull to have an SVU episode made should be yet another example of how far up this corruption goes. Shows like SVU and Homeland Security are useful tools to push the State Department agenda, and this is no different. I had already warned that the episode was going to portray gamers as rapists, and I said it was going to blow up in their faces. That is pretty much exactly what happened. So let's see what SVU and its backers want us to believe. This video contains sarcasm. Law and Order, Professional Victims Unit. The theme is set when we are told that boys are inherently violent.
You know, he's not a baby anymore. He's his own person. It's like such a boy. Last weekend we had this play date with these two adorable little girls, and they sat quietly. They just had a little tea party with their dolls, and
girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice.
And within a half an hour, Noah had broken the teapot and another one of their toys, and then he fell off the couch. He split his lip and then proceeded to pull all of the books off the shelf.
Sounds like a boy. Boys run around, they break things, they hurt themselves. It's in all their DNA.
Now they cross to video games to make the viewer associate video games with violent men, as if to say women can never enjoy violent games.
Move it, I'll blow your head off.
Throughout the episode, women are presented as ignorant about video games and have to have everything explained to them by a man.
Okay, I'm not going to understand a word that anybody's saying about this, so Finn, why don't you come with me to interview Sarah? Cobbs?
Kill or be slaughtered. First-person shooter, a shoot-'em-up game.
It's a game?
It's like a user hack of the game.
There were two of them. They were just like total FALs.
That's not even a thing.
Failures at life.
Doxing's when you publish personal information, phone numbers, passwords online. Forums for players to rate games, comment, fulminate, spew.
Yeah, I got that, Carissa.
Campers.
What's a camper?
They are not noobs.
Noobs?
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality?
It's like you're actually inside of the game.
I'm good.
An innovative new technology? She's good. As a woman, she's presented as being above video games, and gamers are presented as man-children.
Overgrown boys like staring at a screen, pressing buttons. Isn't there a basketball game on or something?
In other words, cheering when a physical ball is being thrown around is more socially acceptable than a virtual game. The next theme that's presented is that gamers don't like women being involved in gaming.
Go home, gamer girl. Go home, gamer girl.
What happened?
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
Okay, but Sarah told me that the guys who did this don't like women in gaming.
Well, in their world, developers like God, and some guys aren't ready to give a girl that power.
The SVU writers seem to have no idea that women have been game developers since the creation of games. Roberta Williams since 1978, Carol Shaw since 1982, and Kim Swift, the creator of Portal, one of the most popular recent games ever made, who the majority of gamers love. Why in these 30 years have these women never been attacked if gamers hate women so much as these SVU writers claim? I think these writers are so old and out of touch. They must think we're still living in the Stone Age.
I'm being called the face of women in gaming.
Women in gaming? What did I expect?
That slut Reyna deserves all the pain that's coming to her. Her game is derivative, mind-numbing garbage. She's a whore.
If you criticize a woman's crappy game, then you're a misogynist.
There's a lot of haters out there that think she slept her way into the business.
Oh, right. She's engaged to that venture capitalist, Stephen Kaplan.
Oh, okay. So because her fiance has money, that means she has no talent.
Delegitimizing concerns about nepotism and cronyism. How do these people sleep at night? This is exactly what GamerGate is about, and they're whitewashing it because they too are cronies.
if Miss Punjabi hadn't banged the money man.
Steven and I are getting married.
Is that supposed to be the equivalent of Zoe Quinn having a relationship with a game reviewer that gave her non-game an award? Nobody cares who she's dating, it only matters that there was a conflict of interest and it wasn't revealed to the public. The whole Zoe Quinn thing is a red herring anyway. The cronyism goes all the way to the top, as seen by the strings that pulled off this episode.
So you'd agree that the criticisms of your work are rooted in misogyny?
This guy's supposed to be on her side, and he's still giving her a hard time.
Why is he supposed to be on her side? He's a journalist.
You're roping me into a feminist debate. I'm here to discuss my game.
If the game isn't about feminism, then why is it called Amazonian Warrior or Social Justice Warrior? They're trying to say that people are pissed off for no reason other than the fact that she's a woman.
These guys want Reina Punjabi out of the gaming world.
Just because she's a woman.
Guys who play it hate games like Reina's.
And why's that?
Amazonian Warriors is non-violent and non-stupid.
In other words, women can only make games that are non-violent.
There's nothing in the game for them to be angry about. You can choose how you play. You can wage peace or war.
I thought they said it was non-violent.
Or have a patriarchy or a matriarchy.
A patriarchy or a matriarchy, but no option where men and women are equal.
Be eco-conscious or industrialized.
I know. I read on Kotaku that it's better than Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Yes, you would read that in Kotaku. Now we get to see Amazonian Warrior, which implies women make games about creation rather than destruction.
The good of one is the good of all. Hunt, build, forage, create.
Farmville.
They say that history repeats itself, but now it's up to you to get it right.
Now that women are in charge, we can get it right. Because women are inherently non-violent. Just look at Hillary Clinton.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
She's a whore.
Find the Amazonian warrior in you.
Rule a land of your own creation. The goal? To get it right this time.
How can we change the mistakes of our past to create a more
Laser pointer rope.
That sounds so creepy and insidious. Now they associate gamers with violence and sexual assault by using amateur juxtaposition. It's almost like they're cheering it on.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
Leveling up in a game is equivalent to beating women.
Yeah, they were like young, they were white but pale.
They were cis white males.
Like kind of skinny.
That's 80% of the crowd.
He passed.
No, the kid.
That's my son, Anthony. He's away at college.
Does he play video games?
Yes, why?
If your son plays video games, then he's probably a violent rapist.
Where does he play?
You don't know what your sons are really up to in those basements.
Even if he wrote these messages, he would never want to rape?
Sorry, ma'am. You may think you know your son, but he's probably leveling up in your basement as we speak.
Kind of a movie.
I've been reading articles online.
Were those articles by Kotaku?
I mean, is this Noah's future? Adolescent boys playing cyborg cowboys and Indians?
Mothers, be afraid. Your son may become a gamer. He may play cowboys and Indians virtually. In other words, become a violent rapist.
Great. Then do you think that they're still following a gamer script?
What's a gamer script? I bet it involves rape according to SVU.
Rape is a mod in level 16 of COGS.
So 20 years of gaming or whatever it is you do with that controller finally paid off.
The implication being that video games made him good at shooting, not his training as a police officer. Ironically, they go on to say that it's gamers that don't know the difference between a video game and real life.
See, I know the difference between video games and reality. Those guys didn't. Level completed. This is a game to them.
I don't know what's real and what's a game. Recoil. Not like shooting a video game, huh?
Actually, it's exactly the same.
All right, you need to think.
Meanwhile, these SJWs can't tell the difference between reality and an SVU episode. If it wasn't enough to portray gamers as women-hating rapists, they also had to portray them as ISIS.
I realize now that gaming is no place for females.
صليل الصوارم نشيد الأباء ودرب القتال طريق الحياة.
Sounds crazy? Only as crazy as the Dell executive George Reese. As a Syrian whose country is being attacked by ISIS, I find this both comical and enraging.
Showing the world that I'm intimidated by cyber terrorists.
Reno's right. We do that, the cyber terrorists win.
This link was just uploaded to Red Channel.
This is what happens to slut bitches who mess with gamers.
Notice he said gamers, so it's associating all gamers with ISIS terrorists and rapists.
So that the player
Come on!
We lost her.
Where is she? I don't know.
Wrong answer. Detective, she's up there.
Shut up, bitch. Keep your mouth shut.
How did they manage to hack a billboard? Even the Syrian Electronic Army couldn't do that.
Are you done?
Now, NYPD detectives were aware of possible threats and were inside the Birch Pavilion at the time of the kidnapping, but were unable.
Embarrassing.
Say the game! Drop that gun!
Okay. Got it.
Now that gamers have been sufficiently demonized, we'd agree that shooting them would be okay. Violence is okay, so long as it's not virtual violence. Thank you, SVU, for that important lesson. That's it from me. I'll see you all on the darknet.